Good morning, Lowlife. Welcome to your Friday, your spooky Friday. This is the day after Halloween, but we're still very much in the Halloween spirit around here.
What's up, bitches?
As Spooky Skeleton,
Happy Halloween.
I kind of like this look.
I do too. If I could talk a little better out of this thing, I might wear it all the time.
Yeah, if this mask wasn't cutting the fucking cornea on my eye. But anyways, it is November 1st. Actually, I mean, I guess if you stayed up all Halloween night and it's midnight, you're probably listening to this now. Spooky episode. Our first Halloween special me and Dan are doing.
That's right.
We did a bonus Halloween episode last year. Nobody watched it though.
Yeah. That was the one I came on for the laddies.
It was like midweek or something. Yeah. And we released it. I don't think anybody knew it was out there. So go check out last year's. Me and Locke got fucking gussied up and we made some Halloween movie recommendations. But fuck this shit. My face is already sweating.
Yeah.
But that'll be good for the fucking YouTube thumbnail.
Clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait. That's all I do. This show is just clickbait.
That's what choppers are about, right?
Yeah, dude.
Did I say that out loud?
All right. Well, I'm fucking stoked. I gotta get my fucking faux werewolf fur off of the microphone. Hopefully, speaking of microphones, hopefully this sounds better. I've been busting my motherfucking ass all week to try to dial in the video and the audio, because I know the first episode we did was trash, and you guys were not shy about sharing that with me, so I appreciate your honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Last week with me and Lex, I can't believe I pulled that off, because we literally killed an entire 12-pack during, like, we sat down, we cracked open a 12-pack, and it was gone, dude. When we ended it to take shots of fucking Malort, it was gone, and we had been drinking all day. So I'm just glad I hit the record button.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot to take off my the other piece of the costume.
Demon.
That's a kid's costume. They shouldn't have that included. But yeah. So anyways, this is the new format, man. I hope it sounds crispy. I got replacement mics. I got more expensive mics, these fancy mics with the LEDs and shit. It sounds crispy to me. So for all you audiophiles out there, hopefully it's fucking good enough for you. And if it's not, it's about as good as it's gonna get, because I cannot troubleshoot audio. Dude, audio is fucking hard to figure out. But like, unless you're into that sort of stuff, like, look how many fucking knobs are in that mixer.
Yeah.
And I have 2 of them going. It's just fucking nutty, dude.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. But anyways.
Thank you for doing all that, because I certainly don't have the capacity for all that.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that we can do. I'm using a new program, so hopefully, the trick is, we want to do in person, me and you, in person with a guest or multiple guests, and then also remotely. And to have that set up like that, it's fucking hard to be able to do all those things at once, without having to reconnect and fucking move things around and shit. So hopefully we're locked. Hopefully we're locked in. First thing we want to do is we want to just start the show with a couple of shout outs, because this past week, some people reached out, and some people just did some amazing things, and we want to highlight our fellow lowlives for their accomplishments.
True that. So I just want to say real quick, congratulations to Ronnie, Lone Murray on Instagram. He competed on the sly, competed in his first strongman competition, and won the novice division. So congratulations, dude. Really fucking proud of you, man. That's awesome.
Dude, number 1.
Real bad boys move in silence and violence, man. For real. Yeah. That dude just comes out, all of a sudden he's jacked. Comes out again, all of a sudden he's winning strongman competitions, going to compete with the real shit soon. So
I've been real quiet.
Yeah. You're the man.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since he broke my wrist at Deadbeat. 2 years ago.
Damn, yeah.
It was his fault.
Yeah, I saw it. I witnessed the whole thing.
You did?
I was right behind you the whole time.
As soon as he screamed, do a backflip,
Mm-hmm.
I dumped it.
Yeah. And then I was behind you going, are you all right? And you just kind of looked up at me, and I was like, all right, he's breathing. He's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
And then I kind of sort of crashed into that tree right next to your little
Did you?
on the way up. Yeah, it was so grassy and wet up there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Ronnie,
guy, though.
We miss you, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah, dude, first place, too. I saw the videos that he posted. He's a fucking beast.
Dude, he's Thor.
That shit looked heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And he's moving around like
And that's
nothing.
his first competition to come out number 1. That's fucking awesome, dude.
For sure. Congrats, dude. Keep killing it, man.
Yeah, man. Next time I see you, I'm going to fight you, see if it's all just fucking for show. I challenge you, Ronnie.
I will record it.
Yeah. He'll pick me up like one of those weights and just walk me around.
Yeah.
He could bench press me.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
He's close.
I was like super stiff. Oh, well, not like that, fellas.
We should try that.
Yeah.
We'll get Ronnie to come up.
Bench press me.
Ronnie, we're going to bully you until you do an episode with us too. So
Yeah, because he's been low key, but his bite, every once in a while, I just get a little peaksy. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
He's doing it right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, he's crushing it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while. Get Ronnie back on. I haven't seen him in a while, but have I guess a vague shout out to the people that have been reaching out, just appreciative of Buddy Check. And, you know, I think it's so important to be able to, you know, like, especially if you're a dude, it's okay to reach out and just be like, dude, that fucking meant something, you know, or to be like, I appreciate you. You know, like when people sign up for the Patreon, they're like, and I'm like, hey, thank you for supporting me. And they're like, no, thank you for what you do. You know, it's just like good vibes all around. But like when people reach out and they're like, hey, you know what? I really needed that last week. You know, when you said you cared, that means the fucking world to me, dude. You know, I don't take that shit lightly. And it's like, you only get one lap in this life, and don't squander it, you know? Don't be alone. Don't feel like you're all alone, dude. You're not alone. Like, there's people you might not have, like, right next to you, you know? And I've been there, too, when you're, like, sure you have friends, sure you have, like, whoever around you, but you still feel alone. It's like, sometimes a guy on Instagram or a guy on a podcast or whatever could be that person that just, like, you connect with.
For sure.
And it means something to you that day or whatever it is. But, you know, I just want to encourage you guys to reach out if you have something that you want to talk about. Dude, I'll fucking shoot the shit. I'll hop on a call or whatever, you know?
24/7.
Yeah. Like, we're serious about, I mean, honestly, I said it before, I'll say it again. It's like, we talk about community constantly, and it's not because, it's because it's really important to maintain it, you know? Like, the people that I've met through this shit, it's like, they're good people, you know? Sure, they're not, like, on paper, maybe they're not good people. Like, maybe you got a couple of pending cases,
But they're our people.
but there are people, yeah. I don't give a fuck if you break the law. I don't care if you drink and drive. I don't care if you fucking, you know, have a checkered past. As long as you're not a fucking thief or a liar, you know, you're a stand-up guy and you take care of your people, it's like, you're in, dude.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
For sure.
I don't give a fuck if you're trans or if what color your skin is. Like, nothing matters except for, are you a good human being?
Are you fun to be around?
Yeah.
Can we trust you?
Dude, I don't even care if you're fun.
Yeah, fair enough. If you just sit in the corner and be quiet, I get it. I'll be right
As long as you're a good person, like,
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't have to worry about you fucking snitching or stealing. You're in, dude.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were talking last week, actually, I didn't mention it, but like, we were talking about people getting jumped and shit.
Mm.
I failed to mention that when I got jumped, my buddy was there.
Mm.
And,
Didn't do anything.
and he didn't do anything. So as I'm getting the shit kicked out of me by several dudes, I look up, and that's all I remember, too. Like, I don't remember the pain. I just remember my buddy just being not helping me. You know what? That was the last time I talked to that fucking guy, you know?
There you go.
Because that shit's important, you know? You're getting stomped out in the middle of fucking Elm Street on Manchester in the goddamn snow by multiple dudes, and you're not going to throw down. you're out. You don't need those people in your life. You need dudes to throw down for you. And it doesn't have to be a fight. It might just be like, dude, you need to float me till my next paycheck.
Right.
Or I need help with fucking something really annoying, like moving.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Or what, yard work or whatever it is. You
Right.
know, just like, if you're willing to do that and take time out of your day, you might be a low life, but you're not a scumbag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Key example. I knew you for how long when I told you randomly or whatever that I was going to be tilling my backyard and you just showed up with your own. Like, I didn't expect anybody to do that. And I'd only known you for, I don't know, maybe a year at that
Barely.
point. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that shit means something.
It's like when you meet people in your life, you're going to cross paths with people and you're going to be like, this is like my kind of dude. Interject yourself into their life, you know? Be like, hey, you know, like show them that what you're made of. Show them that you're like down to not just clown, but you're down to pound. You're down to, you know, till the ground.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, anyways, that was a long-winded way of saying, you know, thanks for reaching out, guys, that and just letting us know that what we're doing is important to you too.
For sure.
All right. We want to get into some spooky shit. I've always have been, and I always will be, a Halloween guy.
Yeah, same.
I love the time of year. I love the fall.
Yep.
I love horror movies. I love like murdercore rap. You know, that type of shit.
Yep.
I love like this dark and dirty shit. So like, I know our Halloween episode didn't do good last year, but I'm going to do another one anyways because fuck it.
Yeah.
I like Halloween.
I do too. For sure.
I might even drop this on Thursday early. I might even do it like 11 p.m. on Thursday.
Cool.
Just so it's on Halloween.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense.
But then the only thing that's keeping me back is then we wouldn't have dropped one on Friday.
But I don't know. I guess in my opinion, maybe we'd have to ask our forefathers, but
does it count?
In my opinion, I think it counts because you got it out early. One a week. I know it's every Friday.
11:59.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But anyways, we wanted to talk about some shit, some Halloween shit, some spooky shit. Another shout out, just the Lost Spotted dudes.
Yep.
They throw a Halloween party every year. I've gone, I think, the last 2 or 3 years, and those dudes know how to throw a party
every time, man.
Yeah,
they're the best.
Yeah, they're such good dudes. If you haven't been to like one of their events, like obviously definitely go to their swap meet, go to their bike show. But if you haven't gone to their Halloween party or their season closer or like one of their events, definitely do it.
Yeah.
Because every single one of those dudes is rock solid.
For sure.
Super inviting, super nice.
Killer shop.
Insane shop, dude.
Yeah.
And they're doing it right. But we went on what was it, Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Me, Dan, and Alex from I guess it's Alex Ling Tattoo now, right? He's
Alex
Trad Dad. You might know him as Trad Dad. But yeah, we met at Dan's house and we rolled out to their spot, and I had another Halloween costume.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a werewolf when I went there. I was Jason Voorhees, but I got a little too borracho, if you habla español, and I left my Halloween costume on the bar there. But yeah, dude, it was super fun. Again, amazing shop. We went down there. We all met up at Dan's house early, and got a little lubricated, you know, maybe got a little smoked out, maybe got a little loosey-goosey.
You did. I was driving. For the record.
Driving. Yes. Dan is very responsible.
Dan doesn't drink. Dan's a good DD.
Dan, you do drink. You got the Peebles, the PBs.
Yeah, my Pebbies. Oh, there it is.
Shit, we're gonna get taken down. Pepsi doesn't want us representing.
I don't want to represent you either, Pepsi.
Spears fucking represents them. She's probably more of a low life than we are. She's fucking lost her goddamn mind.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that scenario, man.
I've just seen like her fucking crazy
The
videos.
TikTok videos?
Yeah, like dancing with knives and shit.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, guy.
Jesus.
Some spooky shit. But yeah, dude, it was a wicked fun time. Played CeeLo, hung out.
Alex killed it at CeeLo.
Yeah, he did.
With my ones, motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
No, you don't.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, Alex killed it. He won like, I don't know how many hands in a row. Dude, it was like $5 games.
He cleaned house.
Absolutely cleaned house. Slept with a wad. Yeah, it was good. Dude, Rocco in his costume.
Oh yeah, dude.
Unreal.
Stone Cold
Steve Austin.
Talk about dedication.
Yeah.
He shaved his actual hair off.
We got there.
He has no hair.
Yeah, when he was behind the bar, he was completely shaved. I initially didn't even recognize him or thought it was a ball cap, like a bald, whatever you know what I mean? And he was wearing the full vest, had the fucking knee pads, high boots and everything. It was awesome. He killed it.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Yeah, I definitely phoned in the costume this year because last year I was Captain Spaulding out of that Corpses. And I had to put on the makeup like 3-4 times, you know. Yeah. Once for the show, I went to the Halloween party once, and then for the fucking kids.
Right.
And that shit is so... Dude, as soon as I put on like Halloween makeup, I feel like I'm suffocating. It feels like someone has a pillow over my face.
Yeah.
And it's got to be bad for you. It's got to... Sure. It's like 99 cents. I got it at like Dollar General.
Yeah. It's
definitely like leaching toxic fucking shit into my pores.
Clogging your pores anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. So I was like, this year I'm just going to do a mask.
Did the same thing, man. I was looking for something that I didn't even want a mask, knowing that I was going to get there with a mask on and within 30 seconds it's off. So I can show everybody who I am for one.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't want to wear it anymore.
Yeah. I was going to go as a skeleton, and I can do that because I don't have any hair. So I can just be like, but I was like, I'm not doing the face paint again.
No. I did the Grim Reaper thing last year where I was like a pothead Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
And I did the skull makeup. Yeah. And by the time I got there, it was all fucked up. It was just a
dude, you're like sweating through it.
Yeah, it looked awful.
Yeah, dude, Alex's was fucking running down his face.
But it was perfect.
Yeah.
He
was a hobo clown.
Yeah.
One of those motherfuckers.
So by the end of the night, he'd done like the 5 o'clock shadow, and it had all kind of fucking rubbed down and shit. He played the part.
It looked amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking my mom, for whatever reason, when I was growing up, she like collected weird hobo clown shit. Yeah, so she had all these like ceramic figurines of creepy ass hobo clowns and pictures and posters and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was scary as shit, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah. She was into horror too, you know. So I used to, when I was younger, I'm in like fucking 4th grade reading It and fucking, she was big on Stephen King, Dean Koontz.
Yeah.
Who's that girl that does the fuck the Empire shit? Anne Rice.
Yeah.
Anne Rice. All that shit. All the pop book shit at the end of the day. But then, as a kid, you're scared shitless. And then you have these creepy ass hobo clowns, which is a weird niche to get into.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know people that are the opposite, that are absolutely terrified of clowns. I don't know anybody who like really, really likes them.
Yeah, I don't know why she like got into it. But at some point in her life, she got rid of all of it. It's not there now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So maybe she was just trying to fuck me up when I was a kid or something. So they died.
You found out one of them fucking haunted or something.
Yeah.
Like Annabelle.
Dude, it was creepy. There was like, I remember this. And again, it's like, I was an 80s, 90s baby, So like the aesthetic was really creepy too. So she had this like painting. It was like a painting. It was a print, but it was a painting of like hobo clowns in the sky, like in the clouds and shit. It was like pinkish blue. It was creepy as fuck, dude. I'm gonna see if I can't find that picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Halloween, growing up, it was always my favorite holiday.
Same. Man.
Loved getting dressed up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Candy, hang out with your homie,
candy.
Stay out past dark.
So where did you, because I know you moved around a lot.
Yeah.
So where did you do like most of your trick-or-treating? Like which state?
Probably Illinois. I was, I think 10 to 13 there. So that was kind of like the age where I could start going out. I wasn't with the folks. I could go out with the group and ding dong ditch and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing a lot of or any trick or treating up here because I moved here freshman year of high school. I don't remember.
They're pretty much done by middle school
Yeah.
or elementary school. You're kind of done with
Right.
treating.
I remember going 8th grade year because we ended up getting into some shit.
Yeah. Well, so once you're in like 7th, 8th grade, you go trick or treating with your friends, but then you just go smoke pot in the woods or fucking egg houses and get into some shenanigans.
But that was why it was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was like expected.
Dude, I remember actually in like 6th grade, I don't think my parents listen to this podcast. Hopefully they don't, but I remember like in 6th grade, I had a girlfriend and she was like well advanced for her age, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She came from like broken home and stuff. It was like just her and her mom. And like 6th grade, we went like trick or treating, and then me and her just like made out for like the entire night. So, like from here to here was just all like red and raw, just from because you're in 6th grade.
Oh yeah,
like you can't get like boners and shit. You're not like having sex. You're just making out, slopping your tongues together. It was a good Halloween.
Yeah, that sounds sick.
Yeah, and in fact, so back in the day, I used to have like the shittiest Halloween costumes because we were poor. So my mom was like fucking cobbled together Halloween costume. Like we wouldn't go to Spirit and buy like masks and stuff.
Right.
We would go to Spirit or whatever the fuck it was because they used to have different ones. It wasn't always Spirit. They used to have like Halloween stores that popped up.
Mm.
And now Spirit has like the monopoly on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like no. You know what it was? There was like these party stores. There was like these mom and pop party stores. And then during Halloween, they'd have a bunch of Halloween shit there.
Right.
And you'd go there and they'd have like the cool masks, like Freddy Krueger masks and shit like that. But they were like fucking $50. And back in the 90s, mom ain't dumping fucking $50 on one of those motherfuckers for one of her kids.
Yeah.
You know? So we used to have to make a lot of costumes. And yeah, dude, I used to always have like the shittiest costumes. Like I just used like toys. Like I was like, oh, I'm an army guy, and I'd get like a green shirt, and I just have like an old Tommy gun or something that I had like as a toy.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of years. So my mom went as Elvira because my parents had us like really young, so they went to like Halloween parties when we were like younger, and she had an Elvira wig. And for like, dude, 3 years in a row, I just wore that and wore my mom's clothing, and I cross-dressed for like 3 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because it was funny, you know. I was in elementary school, and I was like, "What am I gonna be?" And I was like, "Oh, here's a funny wig," and I just wear my mom's like studded leather jacket and fucking '80s boots and whatever.
That's awesome.
And I'd get a laugh from all the kids.
Yeah,
because they're just like fucking. They have, dude, the fucking. Like the superhero costumes and shit. Remember they were just like plastic. They would like literally lacerate you.
Oh yeah.
And then you just have like, you'd have like a Hulk mask with that fucking like extra tight like rubber band that would snap that was just stapled on.
Yeah. And
then you'd have like a plastic shirt on. And of course it's like in October, it's like fucking freezing, you know, especially back then before global warming fixed everything.
It was actually cold.
Yeah. It would actually like snow sometimes.
Right.
So you dressed up like as the Incredible Hulk. You have to hold your mask on because that fucking thing's long gone. That staple came loose. You're just bleeding on your chest.
Yeah.
You're like bleeding out. And then you have like snow pants on.
But at least you were Tommy from Power Rangers for
the day. Yeah.
That was the shit.
Yeah, dude. So these kids, like, they had the lame ass costumes, but we used to go fucking hardcore. We'd do, you know, again, no pail is just pillowcase. You just take a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Fill the fucker up.
Exactly.
And I was actually talking about this with someone the other day. Candy fucking sucked back in the day, dude. Like you'd have to hit a lot of houses because dude, they'd give you like Necco wafers. Some motherfuckers would give you like boxes of raisins
and apples and
and like toothbrushes and shit. So you would have to like hit a lot of houses, and you would literally be like throwing candy on the ground.
Yeah,
like it would just be like dude, a Necco wafer.
I remember those. I remember eating those.
Yeah.
I remember getting to the end of the Halloween candy and being like, fuck it.
Fuck it, it has some sugar in it.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really have that experience because when I was of like real trick-or-treating age, I lived on a military base. So it was like all the military parents and stuff, they all put out candy and shit. And it was just like a whole bunch of kids. And, It was a little bit more like a tight knit community thing,
Yeah.
internal, whatever.
Well, the other thing, so I lived out in the sticks growing up, and we'd have to walk a
Yeah.
long way. Um,
Yeah. What do you
but
guys do here?
I go actually to my where I grew up and trick or treated, Dunbarton.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes. A couple of times we go to like downtown Henniker or whatever, walk around. Houses are like pretty close,
Yeah.
so down there is like pretty decent. But it's actually kind of fun going to where I used to go trick or treating with my kids.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and then I'm just like some of the houses, like some of the people still live there.
That's crazy.
You know,
That's
they
really
do the
cool.
same stuff like every single year.
Yeah.
So I like that. My kids get really bored. They like don't want to get candy. Like part of it, I think, is like when I was growing up, my parents never bought me candy ever, like ever, dude.
Right.
So you get fucking Halloween candy, you get like Easter candy, maybe you get some shit on Christmas. That's like 3 times a year you get candy. So on Halloween, me and my brothers were like, let's fucking get this bag,
Yeah. Right.
dog. And we would be running to house, you know. Um, Well, yeah, dude, my kids, like, dude, after like fucking an hour, they're like, I'm tired. Can we go home and eat this shit?
Yeah.
But they're giving out good shit.
Right.
I mean, Reese's peanut butter cups, fucking, some people are giving like full candy bars and shit.
Full size.
Yeah, the full size. Or they'll just let you take a handful of fucking Skittles. You know, like they'll be small bags, but like you can just like take a handful of fucking candy.
Right.
It really racks up.
Yeah.
Candy's cheap as fuck now.
Yep. I can't wait till Aubrey's old enough to be out there collecting candy too, because Connor does a real good job. We bring him to dairy and we meet up with some friends of ours and we kind of walk around. We actually end up in my mom's neighborhood, which is nice to see her and my nephew and stuff. So, but in that short amount of distance, it's maybe like, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile walk, like full round trip, but you're hitting, it's got to be 50, 60 houses.
Oh, yeah.
And there's an old folks home right there. They're always out and they have like tables and
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff. So they make out pretty good.
The other thing I was going to mention is like around here when I was growing up, if you were in like a town, like a small town, it was always Halloween night. You go trick or treating.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Manchester and Concord, like they would do the weekend before, and sometimes even the weekend after.
Yep.
During the day.
Yeah.
Which was wicked lame.
They just did it in Derry this weekend. We couldn't go this year, but
Yeah.
we usually do. And it's, yeah.
Do they usually do it at night and they changed it?
So you still go trick or treating on Halloween night, like on Thursday night, we're going to Derry. But as far as like the town's version of trick or treating, the town sanctioned trick or treating, that was this past Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was. But that's, yeah, it's right in the middle of the afternoon. You just go walk around downtown. It's cool for like the small businesses and stuff. But
yeah,
there was only one trick or treating when I was a kid. You went trick or treating on Halloween night and that was it.
We used to go like 3 times a year because like we'd have cousins that lived in Concord. We had cousins that lived in like Manchester.
No kidding.
So we would do like if it's a Monday, it's a Monday. You go Halloween, go trick or treating on Halloween at our spot.
See, I was like that up here when you were younger, where it wasn't necessarily on Halloween.
Yeah, it was on like at certain, like the cities and stuff did it on the weekend during the day.
Huh.
So it would be like fucking noon to 4 or something before it got dark. And but it was cool because we go trick or treating with cousins in Concord, go trick or treating with cousins in fucking Manchester. We get to go trick or treating 3 times.
Yeah,
to get like fucking massive amounts of candy. But it's always lame because it's fucking daylight out.
Right.
You're walking around and it's fucking like, this isn't scary. And sometimes it would be after Halloween.
That's bizarre.
Since it's on Thursday this year, like Manchester would probably do it on fucking the second
day or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then, yeah, like it's weird. Back then too, people were like super scared about like fucking razor blades and shit, and they'd be like, oh, don't go to anybody's house that has a light on their porch during the day because they're like fucking psycho or whatever, like weird shit, like they were Satanist,
right?
So yeah, trick or treating was fucking always a blast, like at night with your boys, especially when you were old enough to like go with just your friends,
right? Ride your bikes around and terrorize.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could cover way more ground too, if you don't have like a little brother or little sister or something tagging along. So yeah, I always loved that, and I always had like my mom used to let me watch fucking scary movies very young. My favorite movie when I was in like 3rd grade was Pumpkinhead.
No kidding.
Yeah, with Lance Hendrickson.
Hmm.
Yeah, which is a story, if you guys haven't seen it, about like a evil spirit that like exacts revenge on this dude's fucking child's killer, you know?
Yeah.
Some heady shit. In 6th grade, so I have a February birthday, but in 6th grade, my mom was like, yo, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I went to the fucking local, before there was Blockbuster and shit, there was this little place called Porter's Video. Home Videos. It used to be mom and pop shops. And they had the VHSs out, and I rented every single Nightmare on Elm Street.
No kidding.
And I had a party, and I had a bunch of friends over, you know, and we all watched it, and they were not used to this shit, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
what
Like,
grade?
okay.
6th grade?
6th grade.
That's when I got my first horror experience on accident.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Was it 6th grade? I think it was. It was House on Haunted Hill.
What happened?
So I had actually gone to that, I think it was that Friday. I had gone to see The Ring. The Ring had just come out. So I went with some friends to see that and scared the shit out of us. That might have actually been 8th grade. I think I was 12 or 13 then. Must have been. So it wasn't quite that young. But yeah, we saw The Ring. So I was already fucked up about that. I was living in the basement of our house. It wasn't, I don't mean basement like dingy basement, but I lived downstairs below ground. So always spiders and weird fucking noises and shit going on down there. So that sucked. I had a nightlight down there for a little while. And then that following weekend, I went to my friend's birthday party. And for her birthday, she wanted everyone to watch a horror movie. So we all sat up and we watched House on Haunted Hill. And that scared the fuck out of me. But from then on, it was like, I don't know. I liked horror after that. But those were my two, like, the first, like, scary or, like, whatever movie I ever saw was The Crow. I was 6, probably. And I remember sitting down watching that in my dad's house, and we lived in Fort Campbell. But that's not really like a horror movie. That's like a revenge movie, and the guy kind of dresses scary. But
Yeah, I mean, it's... the thing is like, if a movie is too good, they don't call it horror.
right,
You know, like,
true.
like, if you try to go, like, back in the day, kids listening to this, there was no such thing as Netflix. You'd have to actually go to a movie place and, like, rent a movie and shit. And,
Catch it on cable.
yeah, or catch it on, like, yeah, if you were lucky enough to have, like, fucking HBO or Showtime or something. But yeah, you'd have to go, and they had the hit releases on the outside of the wall, and on the inside, you go to, like, they do it by genre. So you go to, like, the horror section, and you'd be looking for, like, Alien is a great example. It wasn't in horror.
Right.
It was in sci-fi because it was too good to be a horror movie. Because horror movies, you know, like, back then, it was like, they weren't as widely accepted, you know? Like, now, everybody loves horror movies. But back then, dude, it was trash.
Yeah.
It was like, I can't believe you're watching that shit.
You know what I watched a little bit of today, just to kind of get in the groove for this, was Puppet Master. Remember Puppet Master?
Puppet Master, yeah.
But as
Shitty
far as like cinematography and stuff, it's bad.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
one of the greatest
I love
movies.
watching, like, the really, really shitty ones, like Wishmaster. Dude, Wishmaster.
Forgot about that.
Dude, it's such a bad movie. Like, all of them. But they're fun to watch because they're silly. They're too bad they're silly.
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun's another
all
great
that
one,
shit.
you know? Yeah, dude, there's, like, I like watching shitty horror movies, but I really like watching, like, really good ones that actually scare me. Because, dude, I'm fucking old man now, but when I watch a movie, lights are out, fucking, it's nighttime, I turn the volume up. I want to get jump scared. I want to get scared, you know? Oh,
Nice.
sorry about that, guys.
It's a good one.
There is a couple of movies I watched this year. So I have a rule in the month of October. October 1st through 31st, I don't watch anything that's not a horror movie. If the kids are watching something, I won't watch it unless it's like a, kids horror movie.
Yeah,
It has to be,
Halloween
like,
affiliate.
spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll watch, they were watching, like, Hocus Pocus 2, which I've never seen. I'm proud to say I've never seen Hocus Pocus 1 or 2, sacked crack from beginning to end.
Wow.
But a lot of people like that movie.
I've only seen the first one, and it's a classic.
Yeah, my kids love it. But they were watching that, like, they watched it. I have that rule for everybody in the house. It has to be, like, kind of in the vein of, horror or at least Halloween.
Yeah.
So, it gets really challenging. So, like, I used to be like, I'm not so much anymore, but I used to watch a lot of fucking movies, like 2 or 3 a day.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, I was in the Blockbuster like gold fucking. I had like a fucking black card, like,
Yeah.
and I'd go on a Tuesday. I always worked up like I always worked like fucked up jobs where I was like, Tuesday would be my day off, and it's like, oh, Tuesdays when the new releases come out. Tuesdays when they have like rent two get two free, and I'd get a stack of like four, and I just watch fucking movies all night. Um, I just loved watching movies, and this year, it's hard. It's way harder, definitely, like to sit down and like watch a movie.
Yeah.
Because by the time the kids are asleep, dude, it's fucking like 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
I've worked all day. I get up at fucking 4 or 5 in the morning, and but I do try to get it in. And sometimes nowadays it might take me like 2 days to finish a movie, but I'll watch it. I'll start it, and maybe I get 20 minutes in, and then I'm like, all right, I'll watch the rest of it the next day.
Right.
But I saw a cool one this year, which was In a Violent Nature, which is like a slasher movie that is like from the perspective of the slasher. And it's not like it's not like a traditional movie. It's not shot like a traditional slasher movie where, it's like, oh, they have the scene at the beginning where they're going skinny dipping and they show the kids and stuff. It's all like behind this killer, but it's a really slow burn. So like there's scenes where he's literally just walking through the forest for like 15 minutes.
No shit.
Like he's just like crunching on leaves, and it's just a steady shot like through the forest. Dude, I swear to God, I lasted like maybe 3 minutes into this movie the first night. Yeah. I started it was like 9 o'clock at night.
It's like horror movie ASMR.
Yeah, dude. It's just like going through the forest. I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's like birds chirping and shit. Felt dead asleep. But then I watched it the next night, picked back up. I'm like, I'm just going to start it over. Bumped a few rails of coke. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But I was able to finish it. And it's actually really cool. It was it actually has some of the coolest death scenes, like some original shit. If you like slasher shit, I won't ruin it for anybody, but like it's actually pretty good, and I hope they make another one. I like movies like that for a couple of reasons. Number one is like I'm into all sorts of different kinds of movies, and I wanted to make movies for a living, and I love cinematography and shit like that, So like when something's shot really cool, like I pick up on all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's really neat. Like, there's that, and then there's the story. I'm not a story guy, by the way. It's like when I would sit down and watch a movie, I am locked in, right? But I'm so fucking gullible, right? So like any of those movies that have like a twist at the end or whatever, I'm always surprised.
Yeah.
I'm like not like some people like in the first 15 minutes, like I see what they're doing there. It's gonna be that guy that did that thing, I'm just dumb. I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm watching it, I'm experiencing it. Yeah. And that's why I love movies so much. But for some reason, I just switch it off and I'm like fucking retarded when I watch movies. And they're way more fun that way. Yeah. When you just kind of like lose yourself into the story and whatever's going on.
I got to try that because I'm always the guy that's like, I know what they're doing.
Yeah, see,
I'm not always right.
I don't know if you can turn it off.
Yeah.
Like,
it drives my white.
Yeah, I just sit back and I just like let it happen,
Yeah.
And I don't try to get ahead of it, And sometimes I miss stuff too. I think a lot of it might have to do with the fact that like I miss like little things, like sometimes I'll watch a movie and I have to watch it like a couple of times before I even understand the plot.
Yeah.
I think my mind's drifting. I don't know what it is.
If you're paying attention to the cinematography too, you're not just necessarily watching the movie. You're watching how they made it. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I would equate it to I've lost the ability to just look at a paint job.
Mm-hmm.
Now when I look at a paint job, I see tape lines and I see and I'm trying to guess when I see somebody else's. I'm like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily just wow, that's really nice.
Yeah,
you know I mean, so
kind of like if you go to like an art museum or something, just like you just take it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're supposed to just like take it all. You can't see it all at once.
Right?
Like those big paintings or whatever. And in my house too, like I do a projector screen. Like I want an actual like movie experience. So I have like the most expensive thing I own is this fucking like bomb ass couch. It's the most expensive thing I've ever owned in my entire life, but it's so fucking comfortable. It's like the perfect movie watching couch. It's fucking huge, and then I have a 8-foot projector, like a screen that like you hit a button, it comes down, and I got the surround sound. I hooked it all the fuck up.
That's awesome.
And I crank it way the fuck up so you actually hear, like, especially with like horror movies and shit, the rustling, it'll come out to the left of you, you know, like when you actually have like real surround sound in the fucking subwoofer and shit. So I invested a lot of money in that. But dude, I've had the setup for like fucking 12 years. Like, it doesn't go bad. I did have to replace the projector bulb once, but dude, it can go from 8 feet to like 300 feet.
That's
this projector. Like, it's fucking nuts.
We got a cheapo Amazon one, but
it just makes the movie thing. It's like you're in a theater. That's the thing I like about it, you know? So I do I do it up, you know, when I'm ready to go. Like, I got to make sure definitely like kids got to be asleep and then fucking watch the goddamn movie. I watched the new VHS, which was a pile of shit. But I don't mind like shitty horror movies either. Like, as long as there's good production value, you know, like I don't typically like the ones that have like no budget and it's like a stupid slasher and it's like
cheap.
Yeah, it's just
jump scares.
Yeah.
Or
and it's like it's like no name. I like a little bit of production value, and then I mean, but it was fun. You know, it was just like I like those anthology horror movies because you're not that invested in them. They're like 15 minutes long or whatever, and then you just watch them, and it's like, oh, that's kind of a cool premise for something that probably wouldn't be made into a full length motion picture.
For sure.
You know? So yeah, the VHS franchise, the first, and I would say probably the second one, were both like fucking really good movies.
Yeah.
You know,
the first one shocked the shit out of me. I wasn't expecting it.
It's great.
It's good.
And now they make one a year. Every Halloween you can count on it, you know? And they get worse and worse as the years go on.
Yep.
But I would definitely recommend, if you haven't seen VHS 1, definitely watch that one. That's like in the canon of like great horror movies.
It's a good one, for sure.
Yeah.
We attempted to watch Barbarian. My wife's not a horror movie fan, so October is really the only time I get away with it. So I've been dying to see Barbarian and Smile and a bunch of the other good ones that came out. Long Legs, haven't seen that yet. So we started, and actually for once ever, I was the one that fell asleep.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like shit just started happening and I passed the fuck out on the couch.
Dude, I'm gonna save you about 90 minutes of your life.
Yeah.
Smile sucked ass.
Did it really?
Fucking sucked, dude.
Such a cool premise.
Yeah, it's a cool premise. I watched it and it was fucking dumb as fuck, dude. Yeah, but I did see Long Legs.
Yeah.
Dude, Nick Cage is so good. And one of my favorite horror movies of all time is It Follows, and she's in this movie.
That's one of your favorite movies.
Love that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Did give us another shot.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I didn't love it. And I was actually, it came up. We were searching through the movies. It came up, and I was explaining to Kayla. It was like it's an STD, basically, that follows you or whatever, but it's sexually transmitted. And she was like, nope.
Yeah. I like it because it's an original premise, and it's also like a really well-shot movie. It's a slow burn movie, you know? And I tend to like movies, horror movies that creep me out. Like, they have to creep me out. They can't scare me with like jump scares and shit. Because I'm just like desensitized. Dude, I got fucking twin boys.
Yeah.
Like every 10 seconds, someone's like,
nothing startles
me anymore. I'd be fucking dead. You know, I'd have a fucking heart attack. So I like those movies that are just like kind of subtly creepy. And It Follows, for me, I just love the premise that it was an original premise. And I like the fact that it's like, it ends horribly, you know, like it's not like, oh, it's we got the monster. Like, they don't over explain things.
Right.
They're just like, they're not like, oh yeah, this is an old fucking Abenaki demon spirit or whatever. You're just like, what the fuck is this thing?
Right.
Like, but it's just a creepy movie, and you have these people that are just like walking toward you. It might be someone you know, whatever. And it's pretty violent and gory, and also they like fuck each other over, you know, like you have to fuck someone to like pass it off and then die, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I really like that one. Another like one of the best like slow burn weird creepy movies I've seen is Hereditary.
I haven't seen that one either.
If you haven't seen it, you definitely should check it out. It's just one of those things that like you watch it and you're like, did I just see that like in the background? Like there'll be parts of the movie where there's like shit happening that you're like, did I just see that type of
I
thing?
love that.
And it's like super creepy. It's a really cool, like, first of all, it's like really well acted and all that shit. But like by the time it gets to the end, you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? Type of shit. That one I think is in a lot of people's top tens now.
No kidding.
Yeah,
All right,
like
get on
it's just like a all around, like, it's a good movie, even if you're not into. It's not like a horror movie. Oh my,
Okay.
you know, like it's so good. It's like if Blockbuster was categorizing this, it would probably be in fucking drama
Thriller or
or something.
something.
Yeah, thriller.
Right.
Yeah, that's another one. You know, like you see, like if it's too good, it's going to be in sci-fi or thriller.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like it's a fucking horror movie, dude.
Right.
You know,
Eric Longlegs was more thriller than
definitely.
It's more like just a creepy fucking.
And it's not even like amazing. Like I watched it and I wasn't like blown away by it.
Yeah.
But it's worth watch. And it is creepy. Like, dude, fucking Nick Cage is fucking good in it, dude.
I've seen some clips of him acting
Yeah.
out the mommy, daddy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Make me.
And the other thing that fucks with me is like it's about like kids and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I don't like it. Like missing kids, that sort of thing, like really fucks with me. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah, man.
Because it's like they go there. You know what I mean? Like killing kids.
Have you seen the new It's? Both of them?
Oh, yeah.
Have you? I haven't seen the newest.
The second one?
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Love it.
It was good. Yeah.
Love them.
Cool. That's on my list.
I was like, so back in the day, you know, Stephen King, they made them for TV. So like the original It was like a TV miniseries. It was like a big deal back in the day. And I remember they would play it over like 2 weeks, like part 1 and 2. They do like Tuesday, Thursday, and then the next week they do the second part, and it was like Tuesday, Thursday, and you'd have to fucking watch commercials and shit. But we would like record it on the VCR. I'm really dating myself now.
Yeah.
And then you could watch it all as like one continuous movie. But like The Stand, The Langoliers, like all those movies were made for TV miniseries.
Huh.
Yeah. So like the first time I watched it, it was interrupted by a bunch of like Tide commercials and shit, you know?
It takes you out of it.
Yeah. But and also it's just like it was great. Like Tim Curry as Pennywise was amazing. And he did like just, dude, there's like great acting in it. It's like a really good movie. The story is amazing. The book is insane because
Never read the book.
dude, the book is so much more insane. Because, like, if you ever read, like, a fucking Stephen King book, dude, they're fucking thick.
Yeah.
Like, it is, like, this thick, you know?
Yeah.
And they only took, like, some of the, you know, they took some of the parts and they, like, made it into a movie. But, like, the book is fucking insane. Like, I remember I watched Cujo, which, by the way, a lot of people disagree with me, but Cujo sucks. Dude, if you ever
liked it,
watch Cujo now.
Okay.
And it's just this kid screaming in the car for fucking like an hour. It sucks. It's an annoying movie because it's like, hey, if I wanted to hear a little kid screaming, just go fucking hang out with him. Like,
yeah, I'll go wake mine up. Yeah.
Yeah, go wake him up. Why are you waking me up?
Yeah.
But the book for Cujo, you know, like I was reading that in like fucking 5th grade. And again, books like this thick. And you know, it's like, it's so much more descriptive and there's so much weird shit in his books, you know, like I think there's a part, if I remember correctly, if it wasn't Cujo, like at the beginning, they're talking about the scent of honeysuckle and about how this flood came and piranhas ate this guy's dick off, like weird shit like that. But I can't read books. I'm a movie guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
movie.
don't have the attention span to read that, you know?
It'll take me too long.
Especially without fucking pictures and shit.
Right.
I did like the Stephen King books that my mom did get Stephen King books with like pictures in them, and I'd read through that because I'd be like, all right, there's a picture in like 3 pages.
Yeah,
I can look at.
Yeah,
I think it was like the Dark Towers or something like that. But yeah, dude, the new It, I love remakes too. And here's something controversial, I guess too, is some people are like, no, hate remakes. They hate remakes, but horror remakes, they get better. Like, dude, the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm going to get a lot of hate mail. Rhino at thelowlifepodcast.com. The original remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre with like Jessica Biel and shit is better than the original.
I agree.
Yeah. And the remake of Friday the 13th, the original one, is better than the original.
There are others though. You're right.
Dude, and the
House on Haunted Hill was one. The original House on Haunted Hill was like 1950. It was shit.
I love remakes because they're usually made by people that, especially like the early remakes, it wasn't just a money grab. It was like dudes that really loved those movies, and they had no budget back then.
Yeah.
So now you got good people, good cinematography, good music, and you can make it, you reimagine it, and then you're watching it for the first time again. So I love remakes.
True.
I love reboots.
Yeah.
And horror movies are all trash anyways. So sometimes they fuck it up, like Nightmare on Elm Street remake, garbage.
Yeah.
The original one still holds up. The other one that like, if you like old, just classical horror or whatever, Hellraiser, I think, and Aliens, those movies stand the test of time.
Mm.
You watch the originals now, and they're just as good as when you first saw them.
Yeah. I feel the same way about the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Mm.
I feel like those definitely still hold up.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Nightmare on Elm Street's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. 1 through 3, those are the best 3 horror movies. I love those movies. But then I like dipping into like the torture shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fucking weirdo, but like the Saws are good. Obviously the Rob Zombie movies.
Bro, you watch like the first Saw for the first time.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, it's like watching The Matrix for the first time.
Yeah.
Like it blows your fucking mind. You're like, wow.
Yep. I like gory shit. You remember High Tension?
Love High Tension.
High Tension has the best horror movie death, in my opinion.
Was it when he knocks the dude's head off at the...
When they're stuck in the banisters in the stairwell?
Love that.
Dude, unreal.
Yeah.
I remember where I was when I saw that.
That
stuck with me. I was 14 years old. Those are the kind of movies that that shit sticks with me. The Terrifiers. I'm not up to date on the Terrifiers, but
I haven't watched any of them.
I've seen All Hallows and I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen 2 or 3 yet. That's one that not only do my children have to be asleep, they have to be sleeping at someone else's house along with my wife.
Yeah.
For a lot longer than that movie lasts.
Yeah.
There's none of them would be able to recover from that.
Dude, you know what?
Those movies are brutal.
This year I was watching the remake of, or actually it wasn't the remake, it was Living Dead, the second one, second installment. Forget what the fucking name was. It's like Evil Dead Rises.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was watching that, and that's a great movie. Love it. I love the Evil Dead remake. I love all the Evil Deads. In fact, one of the best movies, just generally in my opinion, is Army of Darkness. If you love horror and comedy, dude, I remember watching Army of Darkness and just laughing my ass off. It's slapstick humor.
Yeah.
It's violent. It's silly. Oh yeah, dude. And but anyways, I was watching. I like to watch movies and pass out. Like I watch movies and go to sleep. Some people can't sleep with their TV on. I'm always horror movies, or Forensic Files, or some sort of murder show to lull me to sleep.
Something macabre to fall asleep to.
And so I was watching that one again. I've already seen it, but I like watching movies multiple times so you get better. Like you miss stuff the first or even second time. So I was watching that just, and my son Rocco came in after I passed out and it was on. And dude, I don't think I'll ever be the same, dude.
Yeah.
That fucking movie is really scary, really gory. And he woke up the next morning, because he ran out of the fucking room. And, he was like, "What were you watching last night?" He's like, "I saw that. My heart was beeping." But dude, he hasn't stopped talking about it. It's been like 2 weeks and he's still like, "Are you going to watch something scary when you go to sleep?"
Wow.
I was like, no. Now I'm like, I turn it off.
Yeah.
Pause it.
Right.
But I love those Evil Dead movies are amazing. And all the, it's probably Rocco right now.
Yeah.
Sneaking in. Yeah, the other thing we wanted to talk about. So, I mean, if I was going to give horror movie recommendations, my top my number one, I'll just give you my number one, is House of a Thousand Corpses. I think it's the perfect horror movie. It's funny, it's violent, it's stupid. It
stresses you the fuck out. That movie gets my anxiety right through the roof. And I've seen it 100 times.
The first time I watched that, I was when it first came out on like fucking DVD or whatever, and I was with my girlfriend at the time and another couple, and we're watching it, and we're all smoking weed, and I got so fucking freaked out that I had to like stand outside and get fresh air.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet, man. That one's good though. That's quintessential, like you said.
Oh yeah,
100%. That's up there.
And if you've, I forget who we were talking to. Someone was like, "Oh, I've only seen the Devil's Rejects or whatever," and it's like, I remember seeing the Devil's Rejects in the theater, and I was like, "Dude, they fucking ruined it."
I like Devil's Rejects.
I do now, but like House of a Thousand Corpses, I could have done with like another sequel just like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that's for that series. That's kind of where it ends with me. I didn't like Lords of Salem. I didn't like what was the other one? Anyways,
You had a bunch of duds.
yeah. Rob Zombie rules, but yeah, those two.
I like all his movies. They're just like a lot of them aren't great.
Right.
Lords of Salem especially was really bad.
Yeah, I didn't make it through that one.
Yeah. 31 was pretty cool, but like I wouldn't, you don't have to watch
I
it.
don't remember that one.
It's when all these dudes go and they like, there's like rich guys and they fucking like bet on like who's gonna die and shit.
Oh yeah.
And they have that little Nazi midget.
Yep, that's right. I forget about that.
Yeah, it's a very forgetful one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I definitely watch it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they have some good actors in them anyways.
Yeah.
But House of the Thousand Corpses is sick. I do think that like some of my favorites are probably definitely the ones that are older and stand up,
Mhm.
I just think like Alien is like one of the best movies ever made. Like you never seen the original one?
I don't know how, but I've never seen Alien.
Bro.
I've never seen any of them.
Dude, you could watch Alien today and you wouldn't be like, oh, this came out in like fucking the 70s.
Right.
Like you'd be like, it is a good movie.
Mm.
It's just like one of the best movies ever made all around. You gotta watch Alien.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I think I just never really got much into like the Alien. I don't mean the movie.
Xenomorphs.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Alien life form stuff that never really super interested me.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm not a big space guy. I fucking don't like sci-fi.
I love space.
Do you?
Like actual space.
Oh, yeah.
But
real space.
Yeah, as far as like...
Are you a Star Wars guy or any of that shit?
I like Star Wars.
I'm not a
diehard by any means.
Yeah. I can't do this Star Wars at all. Maybe I was like too old. Like finally my dad rented like the original 3 or whatever, and I was watching them, and I'm like, dude, this is...
Oh, I love the original.
I didn't like them at all.
I think they got wicked goofy after the original 3.
Yeah, I haven't watched anything after that. I watched those, and I was just like, not my thing.
Some of the more recent ones are good, but yeah, I'm not a big Star Wars or Star Trek.
Dude, Alien, I would say the Alien trilogy is definitely worth it. If you watch Aliens, which I love when they do that with movies too, is the second one isn't just Alien 2.
Yeah.
It's called Aliens.
Right.
It's Paul Reiser too. He's a great heel in that movie. And then the third one, that's where that alien thing stops for me. But if you watch the first one, it's just a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah.
Still.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Somehow it's just escaped me.
Yeah. Just watch it. It's not even a horror movie, because most of the time people aren't getting fucked up. It's like it's a whole movie, and then the horror part's just at the end.
Oh, really?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Cool. No, I'll definitely watch it. It's on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. So the other thing we wanted to talk about, that's enough. If you're not into horror, dude, we didn't do the hot sauce thing.
I know. I realized
gotta do that
after we started rolling. Yeah.
All right. So
suckered you into almost a whole episode.
I said I was going to do this last week, but I'm going to do it this week. We had people guessing who the new host was going to be, and some of you guys got it right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And these are the folks that got it right. And some of you guys, I mean, some of them threw out like 3 or 4 answers. But if they said your name, I said, fuck it, we'll put them in there.
Sure.
So we got some people here. We're going to do 3 spins. Okay? If you get picked, hit us up on the Lowlife page on IG or email me at rhino@thelowlifepodcast.com, and you're going to get yourself some choppa sauce. We got 3 bottles here. Lowlife chopper sauce. We're giving away 3 today, baby. All right, so let's go to the number picker. I already popped in all the names. How many people we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. Smarty Pants guessed No Luck Paintworks for the new host. Let's spin that wheel.
What are you, a Fed? Just kidding.
I should do this thing. Just fell in.
Hey. Fucking rigged.
Fish tank. Hopefully you like chopper sauce because you won last time we were giving this.
Oh, yeah, true.
So you got yourself another bottle, bud. Get yourself some talcum powder for them buns, dude.
Oh, that's John Restrepo. Yep. John Restrepo photography.
And finally, the unholy Yoli. All right. Those are the winners. Hit me up with your Addy, and I will get you a bottle Toot Sweet. That's French for quickly. Hopefully that screen share worked. Otherwise, it'd be very boring watching us go like this.
Yeah.
Got the setup going. How you like the big screen?
I like it. This is awesome, man. This is super profesh.
Got a pretty sick setup here. That's the hot sauce. That's our CeeLo. We got the CeeLo tray too for when we play CeeLo. I gotta get some better webcams. That's coming up. But all right. Next up, we wanted to talk a little bit about what we got going on in the garage.
Yeah, boy.
Because I just went over to Dan's house and he was way further along than I thought he was on his build.
Smoking
It's
mirrors.
like a whole damn bike going on there. It looks like a motorcycle. It looks like a chop.
It's getting there. Yeah.
What's got going on, bud?
It's getting there. So I'm building it's as far as we can tell, it's a 92 FXR motor, Evo. It's an R&R motor that I bought from local legend Jay Roche. So it's got that. I got a 5-speed transmission, starter loops cut out of it, so it's going to be kick only. I got that in an old shovel head frame. Solid rear, 21 front, 6 over wide glide, dual disc, Oxford's chopper bars, Oxford Co chopper bars, Oxford Co. It's going to have a sissy bar. He's going to do some framework for me. Hopefully this year when he gets a chance. Solo seat, Wassel tank. But yeah, it's not going to be a pretty bike. It's definitely not going to be the next Scythe.
Got the dual disc on there, baby.
Dude, it's just, I want
good.
I want like a tough, I want it to look tough, but I want it to be comfortable as it can be. It's got a sprung solo seat, which I've never done. I want comfortable.
You're going from 0 front brakes to 2.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it.
Yep. And I'm tickling the idea of foot clutch, hand shift, potentially, probably not right out of the rip. Mainly because I don't know what's going on with that motor. I don't know. When I bought it, Jay said it was a hot rod. It came out of a customer's bike, and
I want to test that out. Yeah, you might need 2 hands to hold on.
yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know if it's if it's gonna run. I don't know if it's got a lot of upgraded parts on it from R&R that I'm not qualified or brave enough to fuck with. You know what I mean? God forbid.
Dude, it looked like they did it up too, because it even has like the fucking cam cover or whatever.
It's got the ignition covers R&R.
Ignition,
They did it's a custom dual coil mount on the other side. Like, yeah, it's got a Thunderjet on a Super E. Yeah, it's like it's stamped.
Oh, it came with the carb too?
Came with the carb with the turbojet and everything.
Fuck?
Yeah, I'm not fucking with it. I'm putting it in that motor. I'm hooking it to that 5-speed, and I'm calling it. The only thing I'm doing to the motor or have done is put compression releases. And I didn't do the board compression releases because I don't want to touch the motor. I just did the ones that go in the spark plug.
Oh, okay.
Big money, $150 each, but it'll be worth it so that my 160-pound ass can hopefully kick over that big twin Evo. But it's CNC drilled stamped K100 on the bottom. So if you know anything about that, if you know a lot about R&R motors or whatever,
K100.
K100. So I don't know if that means it's 100-inch. It's stamped on the bottom end. So I don't know.
Might be significant. They stamped it into the fucking thing, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what all is going on with it, but I'm really excited to find out. That'll be, I got a BDL open belt for that already, 1.5 inch.
What is the compression? I'm actually not familiar with the compression relief. Like
the compression releases.
Yeah.
So it's literally just a little button. So the ones I have go into the spark plug holes. You screw the spark plug into them, and all they do is you hit these buttons and it opens up, it vents the cylinders so that when you're kicking it, you're not competing with the already built up compression.
So it's like a toggle. You can, you open them up and then you can kick it over.
Yeah. So
you don't push them in.
You pop them in, compress, like let all the compression leave, pop them back out, and then you're starting so that you still have compression when you kick it.
Okay.
But yeah, it just relieves the compression that's in there. So on your first kick, it doesn't send you into fucking outer space, hopefully.
Yeah, 160 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
I could bench press you. We don't even need Ronnie up. Ronnie could probably curl you with his left hand.
Probably, dude. Yeah. Like, for real. And he should. Sit on his hand like a...
When he comes up, he's definitely going to do an episode with us.
Yeah.
We'll actually film it. He'll bench press me and he'll curl you.
Sick. It's a deal.
See if he's really the strongest man alive.
Yeah. So yeah, I got the seats tack mounted on there right now. I got to get some frame repairs done. Wonky ass gussets in that thing. A lot of meth in that frame. So I haven't really put a whole hell of a lot of time into it.
It's a really cool frame though. It's like 1-inch tubing all the way.
Yeah.
Really tiny.
I'm not for sure what it is, but it looks like it might be a Santee. Mm-hmm. So it's been fucked with a million times. There's holes in it everywhere. And so I'm just trying to get all that stuff out of it. Cleaned up a bunch of old mounts. I had to relocate the oil bag mount. I just got the oil bag mounted last week, actually. 2 weekends ago. So got F&A mount kit and welded down on the frame. So that's on there.
F&A would be a good guess.
For sure, yeah.
That dude does fucking amazing.
I would love to talk to Eric, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I run a bunch of his parts.
Yeah.
Including his lights. So yeah, I'm just going for kind of comfortable. I've got some other things I'm going to do to kind of make it that way. I want to get like one of the old saddlebags, like the panhead style, single side saddlebags. Hang that off the side. But it's going to be all LED lights. I want to run an Aero Manufacturing tail light. But yeah, I don't know. This one's not going to be like real crazy. I'm not molding the frame. I'm not doing a crazy paint job. I'm not any of that shit. All the wiring's going to be exposed and outside the frame.
You said you're going to window the neck though.
I'm going to window the neck only because what's in there now looks like shit. Like really looks like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's like nuts randomly welded.
I wouldn't, that you don't even need that frame is really cool. Like, especially with that huge fucking motor in it.
Yeah.
And then like the tiny tubing, dude, it's going to fucking sail.
Yeah. I'm really, really excited to see what that thing's got with a 5-speed.
You need training wheels on that thing, dude.
Fuck you. Training wheels. We do wheelies.
It's going to literally fly.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
We're going to find out what
that's why it's
100 means.
Yeah, but that's why it's got brakes all around. And you know, I'm going to have mid pegs.
That's going to be so tough, dude.
Just to run, like, you know, just somewhere to put my feet, but I'm going to run forward pegs. I want Oxford pegs as well, forward controls.
Oh, yeah.
He makes a killer set if you're looking for forward controls. Yeah, but I mean, that's really it. It's not going to be shiny. There's not going to be a rear seat, so to speak. It's just going to be, I can get on this bike and fucking go and not worry about how far it is. And it's Evolution 5-speed, so it's easy to fix.
Yeah.
Not a lot to it. running a tiny little battery.
Having it be built out by like a professional like R&R, that's really exciting.
For sure. It's exciting, but it's also like I took the timing cover off just to kind of see what was going on, and it's some sort of like crazy piezoelectric something or other. Doesn't even have a brand on it that I can tell.
Yeah.
So it's like if I go to start the bike and I fry the coil or I fry the ignition module or something because I don't know how it's wired, I'm just putting a Dyna 2K or points in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
To the 2K.
I was gonna say I would probably just go with the 2K. Actually, I have one. I think I have one laying around. But either way, I'm not touching the motor. I'm not opening it up. I know everybody's going to be like, dude, you could just take the rocker boxes off and mic the cylinders and you can see what. I'm not even going to do that. I'm not fucking with
be able
it.
to see what cylinders there are if it's never been has it been fired before?
Oh, yeah. It came out of a running bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you might not be able to see. Like on my shovel head, I was able to look down into the cylinder and see, because it had never been fired before, what they had for pistons in there.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I've peeked through the spark plug hole. I can't.
Yeah.
There's enough carbon in there. Yeah. Yeah, with that Thunder Gen in it, the plugs were definitely a little on the rich side, which I would rather rich than lean.
Dude, Thunder Jets are making a comeback, dude.
I honestly, man, they're still somewhat foreign to me, and I just hope it's not a pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
It's on the future Built Will's People's Champs build.
Fucking right it is.
I just vapor owned 2 of those for homie.
Yep.
I think it's cool, dude. I like that fast bits on your fucking shitty chopper.
For sure.
I love
that shit. I'm getting more and more into that for sure.
Yeah.
That's
like
kind of the.
I'm getting hard thinking about dual disc front end on a chopper.
Dude, dual disc wide glide with a rectangular light.
I'm like, that looks fucking good.
Oh,
that looks tough as fuck.
It's tough, man. I love it.
Being able to stop.
Little bit extended front end on a wide glide with dual disc, dude. Fuck yeah. Day. Love it.
Yeah.
So really excited for that one. I really can't.
I want to go dual disc.
Get on the road.
I want to do dual disc front and back.
I
want to do quad.
So would you do like a rotor brake and then still have a brake on one?
I want an emergency brake too.
Oh my God.
Like I'm
gonna start chopper drifting.
Yeah. Hey, there's a untapped fucking area we can get into.
Just put one of those stunty boys on a chopper. They could figure it out.
Dude, some of those dudes like I love seeing like those fucking, what is it? Big Dick Papa or whatever his fucking name is. That dude, he's out in California.
I'm not familiar with Big Dick Papa.
Oh, Hog Supply.
Oh.
I think
what the fuck?
I think he's like, he used to be Big Dick Popper.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that. But he does like legendarily big fucking like wheelies, or I'll just like stomp on the brake and just slide for like 100 feet, like with his arms like crossed.
Yeah,
we should reach out to him. He looks like a barrel of monkeys. Yeah, dude, Hog Supply. They make some good fucking shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love seeing fucking choppers perform like that, where you just go 50, 60 miles an hour, stomp on the rear brake, and it's just straight as an arrow.
Yep.
Arms crossed, no worries,
Sure.
But
yeah,
if I did that on any of my bikes, they would just definitely cut left and I would dump it.
For sure. Yeah. Especially the Springer.
Yeah. But I would love to do dual disc front end. I think that looks so good on a fucking chopper too.
On the right chopper. I don't want to see a dual disc on like a 60s, 70s, like a psychedelic gooseneck, something like that. But
definitely like if you're doing like something low and short or something, like stubby or big front end, dual disc looks fucking sick. It looks mean as fuck. And it's like, that's a safety mechanism. And it looks
right. And I'm thinking I'm going to run a front fender too.
Yeah, that you're saying. Yeah.
I'm breaking all the rules.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things where it's like we talked about the other day. I feel like I could find a stock front fender. I'm sure 100 people have done this already. Cut down the mount so it sits nice and flush on the tire. Doesn't look like it's way out in outer space or whatever. But that, to me, every time I've gotten stuck in like rain, like real rain on the chopper, it's like, that's one thing I miss as a front fender. Like the fucking exercise band around the forks or the bandana touching the tire and blah, blah, blah. Gotcha. Cool. But having a front fender would be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to do that.
The bandana does work really good though.
Not as good as a front fender.
Not as good as front fender.
Yeah.
But like when we went down to fucking Deadbeat this year and it was raining like a bastard, dude, I put a bandana on and it made a world of difference.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
have to touch the tire, so you're sacrificing a bandana.
Right.
But I didn't have any fucking cellophane or what the fuck, saran wrap or whatever the fuck people all use.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bandana, touching the tire, say goodbye to it because you're gonna get fucking chewed up. But
Sure.
it'll definitely help a little bit. But
Yeah.
front fender it's a nice to have.
For sure.
Yeah. Especially
This
like
one-
here's the thing too, is like, so you're building a chopper and you have like, if you have like a sporty or a shovel head or something, like that's it's his own thing. But once you get into like the big twin stuff, you kind of are like, I don't want something to be able to go fast.
Yeah.
Highway, you know,
Right.
like, I want to be able to go big miles on this, you know.
Yeah.
Same with the soft tail. Like when I'm thinking about that, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna extend the front end, I'm gonna make a big chopper. And like, I'm kind of like, I want something I can ride the fucking shit out of that has like minimalist stuff. Like you're talking about like the single saddlebag. Like,
Yeah.
that's cool,
Right.
too, you know. Dual disc it has its place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of thing, that's what I'm going to try to do with the Softail too, is I want a traveling bike, you
Right.
know, where it looks cool enough,
Yeah.
but it's also like functional enough that you're just like, you can go to New York in a day.
Exactly.
And you're like, this fucking sucks.
Aesthetics are not the first priority.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I care a lot less about how it ends up looking in the end. Obviously, the geometry has to be right. You know, I'm not trying to build some fucking monstrosity. And yeah, I built it for me. I want it to be a cool shaped chopper, but not everybody's going to like everything I do on it. And that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
This one's not a show bike. It's not. Aesthetics are the last thing I'm worried about in this. And
Yeah, you know what? The other thing is like this whole fucking, you know, you grow. And there was probably a time when I would be like, oh, you know, like, I mean, I still think that it's not a chopper unless it's hardtailed. Like, I still hold to that. But you can still build a fucking cool ass bike that's not a chopper.
yeah,
You can still have a cool chopped up, you know, like, it's just a label, you know?
yeah.
Like, who fucking cares? And I'm at the point now, it's like, I don't give a fuck if you don't like me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Or my bike, especially.
You don't like my bike, you don't like my fucking jerk off. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I don't need new friends, you know what I mean? And people try to put everybody in these little categories. And the thing I fucking hate is like trying to, like, if you think you're cooler than someone because of fucking the type of bike they ride or whatever, it's just like, you know, people, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't give a fuck, dude. And you should have different kinds of bikes.
Yeah.
You should have bikes that can go off-road. You should have bikes that are choppers and barely steerable.
Right.
You should have bikes that you can hop on the highway and chomp fucking 500 miles.
Right.
And be comfortable.
Put somebody on the back of.
As long as it's 2 wheels. I mean, if it's 3 wheels and
Get the fuck out.
2 wheels are in the front.
Unless it's an old rake trike. An old rake trike.
That's where we draw the line. It's okay
Yeah.
if you have a Can-Am or a Spider or whatever.
Right.
Stop listening to the show.
Fuck off.
We do not like you.
No.
I don't get it.
Not welcome.
What are you doing? What is it?
It's
why would people get that? No.
It's a way to get into the breeze without the danger of 2 wheels, I guess. I don't know, it's pussy shit.
I know, but what about a trike? Why would you do 2 wheels in the front? You look like a fucking...
I don't know.
Have you ever seen Return to Oz?
Yeah.
They're like wheelers.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The crossbows and the what's the other one? Did you just say it? What do they call those things?
Spider?
Spider. Yeah, it is Can-Am Spider. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. There's another one out there too. I've seen it recently. It's like, if you look at it head on, it looks like an old tea bucket or something. It looks like the front grille of like an old open wheel coupe. But when you get to the side of it, it's got 2 wheels in the back, and it's like, I don't know. It's like a fucking missile, dude. I don't know. It's weird. It's very odd looking. Yeah.
I don't get it at all.
Nope, me either. I I used to be like, yeah, I get a trike, like, you're up in age, or, you have a physical
We're all gonna end up on a trike.
disadvantage or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, dude. If I had my hands on that shit, I would be building a chopper trike right now.
I would love to build a chopper truck.
100%.
Yeah.
That is way up on my list. I love it. I think that, like, I'm talking 40 over,
Molded,
crazy, Roth style.
glass work and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. I want to go nuts. I would love that.
I think that might be the next move for me, is to do a trike.
That would be sick.
I would love to do a trike with like 2 seats in the back, and just like, I really want to do like fiberglass work and all that shit,
Yeah.
Um,
Sucks, but yeah.
yeah, but I mean, if it's, as long as you have a couple of bikes that you can ride and fucking go out and whatever, it's like, I'm at that point where, next thing for me is, I got 2 bikes going this year. I got the Softail. I'm not doing a whole lot with that. I'm gonna do, new tank, new fender, make it look like respectable. Because dude, like a light gray Softail is so gross, and it has Kuriokin parts all over it.
Yeah.
But I rode the fuck out of that bike this year, and it's a good motor, and I want to do something fun with it. But first, I'm gonna do the Sporty. I got the Sporty build. Actually, homie's dropping off the frame tomorrow.
Sick.
I think. So hopefully I can get that rocking. I'm gonna plow through that, and then start working on the Softail. And then probably gonna ride those 2 bikes this summer, spring and summer, and then maybe I sell the Sportster, maybe I sell the Softail, and get into a trike. I'd love to do a Survey car, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If like the right deal came along,
Yeah.
I would love to. Dude, you know the Rum Runner Chopperhead did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would love to do something like that,
Yep.
That thing is so fucking cool.
To a way lower standard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, though? Every time I make a part or build a bike or do something, I get incrementally better. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, your parts that you make are killer. For
Yeah.
sure.
But I could, like, if I had, I want to do one where I'm like, I have so many bikes that I can ride that this one is just like I want a new passion project,
Right.
And like, I was able to take my time, like with the shovel head, took me like 2 years to build because I already had a bike, and I got to, I get distracted very easily. I'm like a dog when a squirrel runs by.
Well, you know how to do everything.
Yeah, 'cause I'm just like, oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
But to be able to just like get into, if I had the right project, I definitely want to do a trike. But this year, just make the Softail incrementally cooler, and then build that Sporty up, and always on the lookout for a new project though. And I get so fucking, when I gotta stay off Instagram every once in a while, because when I see people picking up like badass shit, I'm like, maybe I could use a third project, third or fourth project.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Plenty of time. I honestly, dude, I haven't like really touched bikes in a long time because I've been fucking with this for weeks.
Yeah.
But our setup, dude, I'm gonna take a picture of it because it's fucking legit as fuck, dude.
For sure.
We got a 40-inch screen. We got cameras. We're gonna get some better cameras too. I want to do some 4K shit.
Cool.
And yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to update you guys on is the Patreon stuff. We had a couple of guys join, and we actually have a few $1 ones, a few $5 ones, a few $10 ones. So we're gonna keep those tiers as they are, because I think 1, 5, 10, that's great.
Yeah.
And we set up the Discord. We're gonna start rocking that. I think if you sign on for $1 a month, you should be able to get onto the Discord. We're still trying to figure out like the $5 one, and definitely the $10 one. We want to do more interactive, more live stuff. Still doing the giveaways and shit like that. Some dudes hit us up and they gave us some suggestions. We're just trying to work through that. But I just realized, after buying brand new microphones that cost $700 fucking bucks. So hopefully you guys appreciate the audio quality. The Patreons really fucking make this shit happen. And if you're on the fence about joining, I would say, like sign up now and drive the direction that we're going to go with that, because everything's on the table right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have suggestions from existing Patreons and guys that are thinking about signing up. I really want to make like a cool community where we're all talking to each other, and it's not just about like what you get, you know what I mean? But I want to make the show better and better and better, and have better and better and better guests on. I was thinking about maybe asking Kamala Harris to come on next week. I mean, we're getting close to the election.
I won't be here for that episode. No, thank you.
But we have dude, our fucking guest list that we have is insane right now.
Yeah, it is.
Like what we have coming down, we have so many people. I don't even know how we're going to schedule them all, because I want to do them all right now.
Yep.
Yeah. We have like such a great guest list of confirmed people that had reached out and they're like, yeah, we're definitely going to do it. We have a great opportunity now that we got like the studio, now that we got the sound and the video dialed in. I should actually put mine down to like 480p or something, so you don't have to look at me. I think we probably are going to get, I think we got a couple of new lady listeners since you joined up. They were pretty disappointed last week when it was just me and Lex.
Why? Couple of handsome fellers.
You're 160. Me and Lex, we're both like 260.
So? It's that dad bod shit, dude. You're good.
Yeah.
Write in and tell us how handsome Rhino and Lex are. Thank you. Specifically Rhino.
That was really fun, though. Learned a lot about Lex, you know?
Yeah, he's an interesting dude.
Yeah. He's done a lot of shit. And I'm just so... You know what the amazing thing was how much we drank that day and how calm that conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I must have had 20 beers that day.
That's a good guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And so in him too.
Yeah.
And I was actually just listening to it, and I was like, look at us. No wonder we haven't gotten help yet.
We can do this all day.
Yeah, like I couldn't even tell.
I was tell you were both drunk, but
I
you
did
weren't
start
like
slurring at the end. I started slurring a little bit.
Saturday that was different.
Yeah, I got pretty baracho on Saturday. So
yeah.
Just, as far as looking out for your boys, Dan was like, hey, why don't you sleep on my couch instead of
we got to have a sleepover
instead of driving home right now.
Yep.
And oh yeah, shout out to Alex too, because he won a shit ton in CeeLo, and then he got us some num-nums.
To Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it, but it probably saved me from getting alcohol poisoning. And then Dan loaned me his couch for the night, and that was very helpful. Especially, dude, Saturday night, the weekend before Halloween.
Yeah, dude.
Cops were out in force.
Yeah, you weren't going.
Yeah. So that was helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't die. So that was good.
That's the goal.
I was like walking toward my car, and you're like, why don't you just get on my couch?
Yeah.
I'll tuck you in.
We were trying our best to be really quiet, and I was just going to let you stay asleep in the truck as long as you were going to. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you rack out in there for a couple hours, like eventually it's going to get cold, and you're like, what the what?
Yeah.
But by then, you will have had a couple hours sleep, but you woke up on the way out.
Yeah.
So
I was up like super early that day too.
Mm.
And for me nowadays, like if I'm staying up like past 10, if I don't take like a 5-hour energy or something with caffeine in it, dude, I can't stay up that late.
I had to drink an energy drink on the way down. Yeah. I can't do that shit.
Caffeine late.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm drinking too, because that's nunites right there.
Yeah.
Yep,
for sure.
Especially in the car.
Passenger princess.
Yeah. I'm just chilling. It's nice and comfy. That's a nice truck too. It's nice and comfy.
Yeah. I love that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime, dude.
Yeah.
I can let you drive home like that. Yeah, that was fun. It was a good time.
Oh yeah, dude.
And a sleepover. For the right price, I have a picture of Rhino passed the fuck out with half a cheeseburger in his hand.
Do you?
In the truck.
Send it to me. I'm going to put it on all right. Make it a thumbnail.
Okay. Will do.
Yeah. Was I snoring?
Oh, fuck yeah.
In the truck?
Oh, yeah. Me and Alex were talking full volume right next to you. You didn't budge.
I think I have like sleep apnea or something.
You were like this, dude.
Yeah.
Like, of course you were snoring.
I snore a lot. I loud a lot.
Yeah, you do.
My kids fucking hate me.
I hated you when we all slept at Loctites. What was it, the night before? Where were we going? I don't remember. It was me, you, and Maddie sleeping in the living room.
Oh, yeah.
And I got like the little tiny side of the couch for one. Actually, I think it was like an ottoman. So I kept like falling in the middle of the night, like the more and more I got comfortable. But you snored so loud it shook the fucking couch, dude.
Snore.
Like the entire time. There wasn't a break.
I've never heard myself snore.
It's loud.
I'm asleep. Like nobody
I
sent me like a picture.
got a video.
You got a video of me?
I don't know if you can hear you snoring in the video, but I got a quick video of you,
Okay.
which is actually really funny because you were passed the fuck out. And I went to take a video of you as we were driving. I think we were just about home in Bedford or something. And as I turned on the video, the flash came on. It was like right in your face and you didn't even fucking budge. It's like, damn, I couldn't do that. But yeah,
Oh, dude, once I'm out, I'm out.
you were zonked.
Yeah. If someone like, I don't even really remember waking up and going to your house.
Mm.
Like once I'm asleep, I like sleepwalk. If you wake me up, I just like sleepwalk.
Yeah.
Where we're going.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kayla said she heard you trip on the gate on the way out.
I tripped on dude in the morning when I woke up.
Dude, my kids are tornadoes, man.
Dude, I woke up in the morning and I was like, I'm gonna get out of here peacefully. Dude, tripped on. I had to half the cheeseburger still.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I put it down like on the coffee table.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, trip on the gate, and then I'm like, oh, where's this trash? Kick the trash can. You know, like
That's awesome.
trying to get out, missed a step, like up against the wall, and I was like, oh, suave.
Somehow I didn't hear any of it, but
Oh, good.
I watched you leave on the camera, though.
Oh, you saw me leave.
Yeah.
Saw me sit in my car for like 10 seconds, being like, we can do this.
Yeah.
It was early in the morning.
I think the security camera said 4:30.
Yeah, it was like
Around
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I got home and tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't because all my kids woke up at fucking 5 or whatever whenever I got home.
Jesus.
And they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, trying to fucking sleep, dude. But then I was like, dude, I actually got like solid 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah. I don't remember what time we got home, but it was somewhere around midnight, I think.
But before we get any further along, let's take a minute to thank some of those motherfuckers that make this show possible. Deadbeat Customs. Steve over at Deadbeat Customs is all about grassroots motorcycle riders who take it upon themselves to build and customize their bike. They offer parts for all Harley-Davidson models and also offer custom parts for choppers, bobbers, trackers, and cafe racers. When it comes to building a motorcycle, they carry the best brands available. Go visit their brick and mortar store in Tewksbury, Mass, or at deadbeatcustoms.com and enter code LOWLIFE at checkout to save some money. Lowbrow Customs. Tyler and his team not only work hard to supply motorcycle enthusiasts with cool parts from small shops all around the world for over 20 years, but they also keep on innovating and creating new parts and accessories, getting them out on the road. They are the #1 source for custom and chopper parts for your motorcycle. Go visit lowbrowcustoms.com today. Stay strong, Co. Jean-Luc has been sent down from the heavens to bless us lowlifes with the greatest hot sauces in this mortal plane. Sweet heat baby Jesus in the white pants heralds a message from God himself. Don't put this on your pee-pee. It's for your mouth. The shits. In the hotter than hellfire, lowlife chopper sauce. Go to staystrongco.org today and grab yourself the holy trinity of hot sauces. Oxford Co. Choppers. Chris is the original bad boy from Oxford, Connecticut. From frame restoration and repair to handlebars and hardtails, hard parts for hard men. His hardtails are expertly TIG welded and installed in-house. Made of USA-made steel with cast axle plates, he is your man for the hardest shit to hit the East Coast since Hurricane Bob. Find him on Instagram at oxfordco.choppers. Thank you for sticking around and listening to our sponsors. Go support them because they support us and I guess tangentially support you. Do you want to roll some dice?
Let's roll some dice, dude.
Let's go ahead and put on the CeeLo cam.
You fucking wish you had a CeeLo cam.
We had to do a little bit of censorship.
Compliments of burnt up woodwork.
Oh, yeah. Burnt up wood burning, Matt. Look at that. Some titties.
Thank you, Matt. It is censored. I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, don't cancel us. Oh, wait. I won last time, so I get to go first. All right. So hopefully my explanation worked. Everybody knows how to play CeeLo, and you guys are playing with your buds. Lex was not impressed with my CeeLo explanation at all.
I think you did a good job.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I should have started with the betting, but all right, here we go. Nothing. Nothing. So. Two. Sick.
Watch me fuck this up.
You got to keep it on the CeeLo cam.
Oh, shit. My bad. Yep. Fucking new guy. 3, 4, 5. What does that say? 6. Doesn't matter. Nope. I got 2.
We got to double down.
Fucking right. I'm bringing better dice next time. I can't see those.
Two. Again.
2 through 6. 3.
One with a 3.
Motherfucker. I've seen crazier.
All right, we're 1 for 1.
That's right.
We got to keep track.
We should. Yeah, we should keep it out.
1 for 1. All right.
Boom.
Boom. All right, guys. Let's do buddy check.
Buddy check, baby. You know what to do. Just, I realized after I talked about this the first time that I came on that I never explained the origin of it. This comes from Perry. You guys, if you've been listening for a while, you will know of Perry and have listened to Perry. He runs Operation Purpose. He's a very, very, very dear friend of mine. And this man, like clockwork, once a week at least will text me, buddy check, set rep, just, hey, what's going on? And that has inspired me to bring it to this. So I just wanted to give him his credit where it's due. So yeah, reach out. You know what to do. We've explained it before. Eventually, I feel like we'll get to the point where I won't have some sort of little monologue here at the buddy check, and we'll just say buddy check, and you just do it, right? So that's the hope. So reach out to somebody, whether you need help or you just haven't talked to somebody in a while, and see if they need help. People are going through a lot of shit. That's all I ask out of you.
Yeah. Reach out to us if you have no one. You know, we're here for you. We love you. If you're listening to me right now, you're in a very dark place in your life and you need to probably talk to me more. I have lots of advice about life.
He does. Rhino's one of my go-tos.
I think we should do an advice column. Like, we should do a show where it's just general advice for life. If you guys want to hear that, let me know. All right. It is with a heavy heart that we have some very sad news to share about one of our own that passed over this past weekend. Dirty Joe. He did an episode with Loctite and I. And he was an iconoclast. You can tell by the people that were close to him how much he meant to them and how much they loved him. And he had just a magnetic personality. Definitely a huge loss for the community, but he was definitely one of the best there was. By all accounts, by anybody that knew him, he's going to be sorely missed. And thoughts and prayers with everyone that knew him and loved him. Definitely just a great guy all around. I regret that we didn't get an opportunity to get out there to see you. But Dirty Joe, go listen to his episode. Sportsters are like prison shanks. He's absolutely hilarious. It was one of the best episodes we ever did. It was one of the first episodes that I did when I came on board. I followed him on Instagram for a very long time. We chatted back and forth every once in a while. Just a funny, fun-loving guy, always smiling. Go listen to the episode. Go hear his voice. It's a great episode. He's a great guy, and he will be sorely missed. So, until next week, lowlives, roll the dice. Get in trouble. Have fun. And never stop trying.